Hello guys, welcome back to African News DIY with Obidia. I greet you all with your time. So today's video we are going to make jumpsuit. Yeah, jumpsuit guys. So let's start with the cutting. First we are going to cut the upper part. So I have fabric here already folded into two. This is the front part. We are going to cut the front part first before the back panel. So the full length of the jumpsuit is 56, while the half length is 17. The half length is 17. So here is going to be our starting point. Let me mark it down. Our starting point. So guys, now we have our starting point already marked out. So we are going to work with the bust measurement because the bust measurement is the bigger part of the body, and the bust we are going to be working with is 42 inches. So 42 divided by 4 will give us 10.5. So we have more than enough. So we are going to mark the length. The length is 17 plus 1 inches for smaller one, leave it 18. I'm going to mark it straight. So now we have our line there. We are going to mark our shoulder, which is 16. It's 18 guys. 18 divided by 2 will mark 9 plus half inches. For smaller one we mark 9.5. I'll mark it there. So the next thing we are going to measure our armhole. The armhole is 18 divided by 2. That will give us 9 plus half inches. So I'm going to mark this straight to the armhole. So now we are going to take the neck weight. So the neck weight, I will take it by 4. By 4. Then while the neck depth, we'll take it by 4.5. So I'm going to connect it. Like so. Like so. So I measure 1 inches here. 1 inches from the shoulder line, 1 inches. Then I slant the shoulder like so. 1 inches. Then you slant it. So the next thing is to take the bust measurement. Bust measurement is 42. 42 divided by 4 will give us 10 and a half. 10 and a half plus 1 inches for steam allowance. Then 1 inches for that. That will give us 12 and a half. So I'm going to mark 12 and a half. So the next thing, waist. The waist is 40. 40 divided by 4 will give us 10. So we have 10 here. 10. Then we'll add half inches or 1 inches for sewing allowance. That is 11. Mark 11 there. So I'm going to connect it, guys. So I'm going to cut. It out. I've cut the neck, and I'm going to trim it out. So this is it. So guys, I've placed the front panel on the back panel, as you can see. So what we are going to do is just to measure the back neck. Okay. So the neck, I'm going to take it 1 inch. Here. One inches. Sorry guys, I mean 1 inches is more than 1 inch here. So I'm going to connect it like so. Like so. Then these 2 inches here, because the back is bigger than the front, as you can see, with 2 inches is for the zip allowance, for the zip. We are going to put zip at the back. So I'm just going to trace the handle out so that we just trim it. Like so. I'm just going to trim it out. Like so, the way you are just seeing it. So I will just go ahead and trim it round. So let's start like so. So now just the neck. So guys, we are done cutting. This is the back panel. So the back panel, we are going to mark the dowels. From the shoulder, we'll start the dowels from 9 inches. From 9 inches, which is here. The dowel starts from here. So this is the allowance for the zip. I just mark it down. This is for the zip. So from here you can measure 4 for the dowels. No, you can take it 4 inches this side, 4 inches this side for the dowels. So from here I'm going to measure 4 inches for the dowels. Oh, sorry guys, turn it upside down. So, from the 9 inches here, you will measure from this line, this is zip allowance. From here, measure is 4 to the point we mark here, 4. The downside, take the same 4, is 4. Then I'm going to take it straight. So, just mark it straight. So on the down part, this side I mark ½ inches. I did the same here. So you can see, ½ inches here, ½ inches here. So I'm going to connect it to this line. Like so. like so. So we are going to do the same thing on the other side, but before then let's do the front side. So the front that we are going to use 12, we measure from this line, but since shoulder to nipple is 12, then we are going to mark 13, which is here. 13. Then the down part we measure 4 inch. So I've marked half inches here and half inches here. So we just rule it out the way with side. So just same as we did to the other side. Hello guys, welcome back. So guys, as you can see, I've transferred the fabric to the ground because my table is too small to cut the fabric. So now the full length of the jumpsuit is 56. So remember the upper part length is 17. So we are going to remove 17 from 56. So what we'll do, we'll start measuring from 17. So I will place it here like so. I will place it here like so. Then we'll stop at 56. So 56, I will add 2 inches to it, making it 58. So guys, you can see this chalk mark is our starting point. So here is the ending. 56 ended here, so I add 2 inches to it, making it 58. So this upside is our starting point. So the next thing to do is to measure the fabric. So you have to check it by the hip measurement, which is the bigger part. So our hip is 48. So 48 divided by 4. Let's measure. That will give us 12. And here we have 16. That means we have enough. So 48 divided by 4 will give us 12. So we have enough. So guys, now we are going to measure 8 inches from this starting point. 8 inches from our hip line here. Then, okay, I'm going to mark it down. So I've already straightened out the line for the hip, 8 inches from the starting point to here. Then the next measurement will be our crotch. So we're going to measure 11 from our starting point. Measure 11 inches. So as you can see, I mark out the cross line. The next thing we are going to do is to measure the knee line. From the starting point, we are going to measure the knee line, which is 21 here. Here. I'm going to straighten it out with ruler. 21. So that is the knee line from the waist. So guys, on the down side, the end of the trouser, I will measure 2 inches in like this. Inches. Then the knee line, I will measure 1.5. You see it? 1.5 on the knee line and 2 inches on the end of the trouser. So after that, I'm going to connect the mark on the knee to the mark on the end of the trouser. So guys, you can see I've connected this line, the ending of the trouser, to the knee. So now we are going to connect here to the hip line, from the knee line to the hip line. I'm going to connect it with ruler. Yeah, like so, as you can see, like so. From the hip line, connect to the knee, from there to the end of the trouser. So guys, the next thing, I will measure 1 inch. So now on the waistline, I will measure 1 inch, like so. So I'm going to connect it to the hip line. So I'm going to connect it with my ruler. Just put it like so. Then to the hip line. I hope you're seeing it, guys. Like so. See that? So now that we have marked the hip line, I'm going to cut this one out. Let me just see. Like so. I've cut that out. So the next measurement will be our waist. The waist is 40. 40 divided by 4, that will give us 10. 10 plus 2 inches, that will give us 12. So I will mark 12. So the next thing is to take our hip. Our hip is 48. Divide by 4, that will give us 12 plus 2 inches, same allowance, that will give us 14. mark am 14 there. So on this cross line, I'm going to measure the lap measurement. And the lap measurement is going to be divided by 2, not by 4. The lap measurement is 31. Divide by 2 will give us 15.5 here. Then I will add 1 inches for sewing allowance. So I'm going to connect this like so. So now at the end of the trouser, I'm going to measure 11 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance. I will make it 12, like so. I've marked it out 12. So after marking that, I'm going to connect it like so. As you can see, I draft it out. So right now I'm going to trim it out. Let me start from So this is it. After cutting it out, this is what it looks like. So guys, to cut the back panel, you see we have placed the front on the fabric. So what we are going to do, this is the crush. From this crush, you just measure 1.5 inch. We are going to measure it down. We are going to mark it down. So you can see I've marked it down. So the next thing, this front panel, you are going to measure 1 inch from the starting point. Measure 1 inch like so. So we are measuring 1 inch there, like this, 1 inch. Then this side, we are going to measure 1 inch as well. Then here we'll take 1/2 inch to give it a slanty. So I'm going to slant it. Let me look for my ruler. We're going to slant it. Like so. like so. So the next thing is to cut this length. We are going to cut it off. Like so. As you can see. So here is also 1.5 inch. We are going to mark. I'm going to mark it down. So now I'm going to trim out the back panel just the way we mark it. I will just trim it down. We'll start from here. I'm just going to trim it down. So guys, you can see. So the next thing, we are going to trim the back side. Yeah, I'm going to trim it out, starting from this side. Just trim it straight. So guys, we are done trimming, as you can see. So this is the back side. I'm going to notch it here for the dot. Yeah. So that is it, guys. So guys, we are done with the darts of the front, and we also have side darts on the front panel of the shirt, as you can see. So the next thing is to put that on the back. Guys, this is the back side. So I'm going to split it into two. Okay. Like so. Yeah, like so. Like so. So guys, I'm going to take the dart for the back. I'm taking it from 9 inches from the shoulder, 9 inches, just the way I did in the front. So this is the back. I've put the dart. So I'm going to sew the neck now. So guys, this is the front the front panel. So we are going to join in with the back panel. So this is the back panel. Remember, we cut it into two. So we will join it like this, one here and the other one there. We just sew the shoulder. I'll be back. Just join the shoulder and the shoulder. So guys, I've joined the front and the back panel. Okay, so the next thing is to fix a zip. I'm going to fix the zip at the back panel. That is the next thing to do. So I've fixed the zip. I fix it. So the next thing we are going to do is the trouser. So guys, this is the back panel of the trouser. So first, we are going to put 5 inches down like that. I'll be sewing it 5 inches down. Like so. From this notch, we notch there. Like this. The back. Okay. So I've put the dart of the back, as you can see. So it's time to join it. Join it to the crush. So I've joined the back panel, I've joined it together. So we're going to join the front. First, I'm going to put the dart. Okay, I'll be back. So I'm done putting the dart in the front panel of the trouser. So the next thing, we are going to join it together. I'm going to sew it to crush. I'll be back. So guys, I've pinned the back to the back of the trouser, as you can see. So I'm going to pin the front as well. So I'm going to pin it down, as you can see. This is the center part of the shirt and the pant. So I will just pin it down. I will pin it from this end to this end, then so I'll be back. So we have finished joining the top to the pant. So what we are going to do is to join So I'm going to join in down. I'll be back. So guys, we have joined the crush side. Now we are going to join the both side. Okay, I will be back after joining. So guys, finally we are done with the cloth. The next thing is to fold the end of the trouser, the jumpsuit, sorry. Okay, I'm going to fold it 1.5 inches. I'll fold it in. I'll be back. So guys, we are done with our jumpsuit. As you can see, we are done. palazzo jumpsuit. That is the back. Palazzo jumpsuit. The back has zip. Okay. The back has zip. That is it. That is it. That is it. So, yeah. That is it, guys. That is it. You remember the saying that say, practice make perfect. So, we are going to keep doing it so that we'll be improving. As you can see, I'm so happy. So, I will be back with the picture so that you can see how it look on the owner. Adam, I'm happy.